No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. If you could join us on your feet for our opening selection. If you know it, feel free to sing along. 2, ready, and everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Great job, Unity.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity Renaissance. I'm Gail Boynton, your ministerial host for today. And you picked a great day to be here and to be joining us online. We have a special musical guest and a guest speaker. First of all, Claudia Carawan is our musical guest. She is... You can go ahead and stand up so everybody can see you. Claudia is the music director of Bon Air Unity up in the Richmond area. And she is an award-winning singer-songwriter, a speaker and teacher who believes that music is transformative. I think you'll find her very inspiring today. And rumor has it, there may be goosebumps. Just saying. I read that somewhere. And our other guest is really not a guest. She is a member of our Unity family, has been for many years. Ardell McCoy is going to be speaking on the consciousness of gratitude. Really looking forward to that. One of the things I love about her is, she was the ministerial host last week, and if you were here and you heard the prayer, she's the only one I know who gets an applause at the end of a prayer or meditation. I mean, seriously. And I can honestly say I think that maybe I levitated off the chair just a little. So Unity is positive, progressive, practical Christianity. We follow the teachings and the example of Jesus, our way shower, and seeking to love ourselves more fully, love one another, and love God. And from this beautiful consciousness, we honor all paths to God, all names for God, and all expressions of God. And each and every one of us is an individualized expression of God. That divinity is within us and all around us. In fact, we live and move and have our being in it. At Unity Renaissance, we have a vision around that. So if you would join me in our vision statement together. A spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And we practice and manifest that through our mission, which is together, we transform lives that transform the world. And now let's take a moment in prayer. Just take a moment to breathe in through your heart space. Feel that ease, that calm. Sweet Spirit, we are so very grateful for this wonderful community which supports and inspires our own spiritual growth. We're on this journey together. We came here today for a reason. And we come with an attitude of gratitude and deep listening. There is so much to hear. And the right and perfect music and message will be gained. We are so grateful. And we are open and ready to receive. We claim the ground of our growth. And so it is.
All right, everyone, if you could please welcome Claudia as we do our second congregational.
Wow,
And
it's
please
great.
stand to your feet.
It's great to be back. We've got a little song, a call and response. It's very easy. I wrote this one with Sue Riley. I know you're familiar with her music. It's called This House is Built on Love.
Just sing with us.
Yeah. What he said. Welcome to this sacred space.
Welcome to this sacred space. built on love.
Leave your burdens at the door.
Leave your burdens at the door.
You're not a stranger anymore.
You're not a stranger anymore.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love. This house is built on love.
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear.
We're so happy that you're here.
We're so happy that you're here.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love. This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
Please now join me in our divinity salute as you turn to your neighbor with a bow. Together, the divine in me greets the divine in you, and we serve and celebrate together for the glory of God.
Welcome to this sacred space.
Welcome to this sacred space.
See the joy on every face.
See the joy on every face.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love. This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
Sing it again. This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
Sing it again. This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
Sing it again. This house is built on love.
This house is built on love.
Morning, everyone here and out there joining us at Unity Renaissance today. My name is Lisa Smith, and I am grateful to be your platform host for today. That is our theme for today. But our daily word for today is actually two words: world peace. So please join me in our affirmation together. I rest my heart in the peace of God. Around the world, so many souls are joining me in prayer for peace. While the news may give more attention to points of conflict, there is a striving and yearning in the human heart for peace. My prayer supports that desire and strengthens the bonds of love that lead to greater harmony. I begin my affirmation of world peace with a soft and open heart. I am comforted as I realize the advances of the world's people have made over the generations to live together harmoniously. I make an effort to live a more peaceful life and bridge the gaps of understanding between myself and those around me. I focus my attention on our shared desire, a peaceful world of cooperation and goodwill. This is my heartfelt prayer. Our scripture verse is from Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. Those of steadfast mind you keep in peace because they trust in you. If you would like some prayer support today, we have several options for you. You can fill out a prayer request form that's found on the table outside the chapel, beyond the doors here of the sanctuary. Or you may submit a prayer request on our website, unityrenaissance.org. You may also call the Unity Ministry Prayer Service, Silent Unity, anytime, day or night, at 816-969-2000. And for those who are here today, we have prayer chaplains who are available to pray with you after the service in the chapel. Would our prayer chaplains please stand? After the service, you can find them in the chapel, which again is just outside the sanctuary doors, past the bookstore. And so will you all please now rise and sing with us the Lord's Prayer.
Holy Creator, we praise your name, your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power and praise, with you began and with you stays. Holy Creator,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
praise your name.
hallowed be thy day.
Your will in heaven and earth the same.
Give us this day
Supply
our daily bread,
needs, Lord, from
and
day
forgive us our
to
debts,
day.
as we
Let
forgive our
your
debtors.
forgiveness
Lead us not
light
into
our
temptation,
way.
but deliver us from evil.
Keep us away
For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. 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 You may be seated. Please welcome Claudia back up.
When Richard asked me if I would come and fill in today so he could enjoy vacation, I said I would be delighted. And again, I want to thank your wonderful music team and sound team for being so professional and helpful. You guys are so blessed. This is another song I co-wrote with my friend Sue Riley. It's called Love is in the Driver's Seat. And this song has really been ministering to me a lot these days. It's not showing me how to play it. Sorry, folks. It's right here. Can you get it to go to USB mode? Oh, here comes Lily. Usually there's like a... Ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, folks, they're the best. I've never seen a woman run so fast through a sanctuary. On life's highway, fast and free, ignoring signs in front of me. I used to hurry here and there, but I couldn't get nowhere. I was living foolishly. My favorite word was always no. It held me back out of the flow. But now it's true, I must confess, there's more to gain by saying yes, 'cause love is in the driver's seat. When I let love lead the way, life gets better every day. Oh, now it's plain to see I'm where I'm supposed to be, with love in the driver's seat. Life is feeling pretty sweet. Smile at everyone I meet. I play the game but don't keep score. I don't need to anymore, 'cause love is in the driver's seat. When I let love lead the way, life gets better every day. Whoa, now it's plain to see I'm where I'm supposed to be, with love in the driver's seat. Whoa, whoa, talking about love. I'm cruising, heading on down the road. I'm cruising in the driver's seat. Oh yeah, I'm cruising in the driver's seat. Woo woo, love, sweet love, in the driver's seat. Oh, love, in the driver's seat. Talking about love in the driver's seat.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Before I get started, I need to address Ann DeMichael. A year or two ago, I went to speak, and we were outside, my papers blew away. And you told me, that's why you put them in a loose leaf binder, so I want you to see. I did it. So today my talk is going to be about my story. But before I tell you about my story, I need to tell you about a story that I feel kind of coincides with my story. In the year 79 AD, there was a very beautiful town at the shadow side of Mount Vesuvius in Italy, which is south of Rome. It was about 15,000 people that lived there, and they were Romans, and they lived well. They had a coliseum for chariot races. They had plenty of fish because they were in the Mediterranean. They had wheat. They were doing well. And then one day, Mount Vesuvius, which was an active volcano, erupted. And for a full day, Pompeii, as you've heard, Pompeii was inundated with ash and pumice. And the gases that came out of that Mount Vesuvius really decimated. They were covered, and Pompeii was not discovered for another 1,500 years. That's how much ash and pumice and rock came out. And a lot of people were buried because these people were not aware of what in the world is an active volcano. And the wind happened to be blowing west, so they got inundated with all of this. So what's that got to do with me? Well, this past summer would have been my 79th birthday. And one morning I woke up in early July. I couldn't get the bedspread off of me. And I said, well, what is this? And then I noticed I couldn't lift my legs to step out of the bed. I had to slide off the end. I stood up, and oh my God, every joint was aching and stiff as a board. I didn't know what was going on. So I kind of crept around in the house, and I got some Tylenol, took a shower to hopefully to loosen up the joints. And by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it felt better. But bloody well, the next day, I woke up feeling the same way. So I didn't know what was happening. I went to Centera Lee to the walk-in, and they gave me some pills that kind of eased the discomfort. And the next day, I got a call saying, well, it looks like you have an autoimmune disease. We're going to refer you to rheumatology. Well, okay, fine. Meanwhile, the pills were working. I was back to moving ahead movement again. But this was in the 1st of July, before the 4th of July. Rheumatology appointment was late October. Well, this is the way it's going now, folks, in this area, right? So I was dealing with the pills, but the aching and the stiffness was continuing. And then I started getting a fear factor. What's going on in my body temple? I got scared. And what I realized, fear, as we know, is false energy appearing real. I was walking around feeling very frightful. Is this lupus? Is it MS? Is it muscular dystrophy? Is it some kind of arthritis that was settling in? After all, it is my 79th year, so I don't know. I got scared. And then one morning, I got up and I was creeping around. It was so bad I had to get my walker out of the garage that I used when I had knee replacement back in 2018. That's how bad and debilitating this thing was. One day, I had a peace that came upon me. It didn't come to me, it came through me. But it's what you call that peace of understand. You just don't understand where the peace came from. It passed understanding because I was flooded with this peace. And I said, or something said, I don't know if I said it, but I embodied, whatever this is, I'll deal with it. I knew that for sure. I'll deal with it. And then after that, I fell into this consciousness of gratitude. What was I grateful for? I was grateful that I had 78 wondrous, glorious years. So I knew that regardless of what this was, I'm so thankful for what I've had. And I stayed in that consciousness. But wait a minute, I'm in the middle of a personal crisis. Where did that sense of gratitude and peace come from? How in heck am I feeling that when I don't know if I got any one of these diseases? I got to wait 3 months to find out what's going on. Something is happening and I can't live off a pill. So therefore, where am I feeling grateful and where am I feeling this sense of peace? Okay, so I want to show you my Sankofa bird. Sankofa is an African word from the Twi language. Too bad Sam is not here to make sure I got that word right because it's from Ghana. The literal translation of the word is taking from the past what is good and bringing it into the present to make progress in the future. Okay? But a lot of us folks, and I got this from Los Angeles, we say, to know where you're going, you first must know where you're coming from. So I decided I got to take this gratitude and this attitude that I had, this sense of this consciousness, I got to take it to meditation because I didn't know where it came from. And it was so mind-blowing for me that in the middle of a crisis, I'm feeling this. So I went into my meditation, and what came to mind for me was practitioner training. Now, some of you may not know what that is, but I'll tell you. In 1997, I became a licensed practitioner, Science of Mind, under Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith at Agape International Spiritual Center. So I've been practicing as a practitioner since that time, and it's what, 26, 27 years. But as I became a practitioner, I'm an older woman. I keep paper. Everybody's on file, but I got paper. I got 2 trees of paper in my file cabinet, I'm sure. Okay? So I started going through these papers, and I pulled out things that were reminding me, where did this thing, this consciousness of gratitude start coming from? And I pulled out 3 or 4 papers, but I won't bore you with all of them. I said, let me select one that I'll read to you. And this paper is a thought paper that I wrote called Healing Power of Real Moments. I wrote it for a class when I was taking prac training, January 9th of 1997. And I want to share that paper with you because I think it helped me, since this is my story, it helped me get, where did that foundation of gratitude come from when I'm in the middle of a crisis? So here it is. And it's written the way I wrote then, okay? A real moment occurs when one is consciously and completely experiencing where they are, what they are engaging in at that moment, and how they feel about what they are doing. Paying attention to what is transpiring can be challenging. We are often thinking of yesterday or tomorrow when performing mundane tasks, and unless it is absolutely necessary when engaging in conversations, our minds are in other places. I notice when I'm at work, I will speak on the telephone while continuing to do whatever I was doing before the telephone conversation began. Being conscious of the moment means to me paying attention. Paying attention means slowing down, controlling my type A personality so I can really be in the moment. Another aspect of a real moment is being able to feel the connectedness to something or someone, to feel the energy exchange which defies boundaries. For me, that is a real moment, being at one with the infinite. Feeling connected in the now means giving up thoughts of past and future. It means chancing the pure excitement of the moment wherever it may be. To accomplish a real moment means to surrender into whatever I am experiencing. Surrender all thoughts and feelings to the moment. To relinquish control of the situation and just be. This is difficult at best, but obtainable. For me, the key is to want to be consciously aware of myself and my relationship in the universe. Experiencing real moments means relinquishing emotional attachments that represents pain and suffering. It means allowing life to unfold as it chooses without needing to control the outcome. It means being at peace with myself no matter what appears to be happening. The rewards from experiencing real moments are many, and the healing power of the experience can be beneficial to the soul as well as the psychic. The ability to live in the now relieves me of the stress of yesterday and of the worry about tomorrow. To live in the consciousness of God is to experience a real moment. So, I think from reading that paper written back in 1997, I was beginning to practice the presence. So, what does practicing the presence mean? Expanded consciousness. And I saw that from the paper I wrote. My consciousness was expanding. Patience. It means everything is in divine order. We just have to allow it to flow naturally. Practicing forgiveness. That's a biggie. But letting go and letting God so I can move on and not carry that rock on my back. Whole soul surrender to your spiritual practice reinforces spiritual maturity, discernment, and self-discipline. Problem solved through an expanded awareness, not from the level of the problem. Now, I know whatever's happening with me, I can't get caught up in autoimmune dis-ease. I have to stay in the higher consciousness. I kick that up to the upper room, and that's where I'm gonna hang out. Practicing the presence means fellowship with like-minded people. All of us here, that's why we come. It means living in a consciousness of gratitude. One of the unexpected spiritual benefits of gratitude is that it can make us feel more connected to each other and to the world. It gives us a fresh perspective on our lives, allowing us to find the blessing in every situation and realize that life is happening for us and not to us. That's a challenge. An example of what I'm grateful for, I have to tell you, freeway experience here. And I'll tell you which one. I'm a Californian, 40 years. You know I drive freeways. But here, driving on a freeway and you want to exit, there's always somebody that's getting on. And I'm always anxious when I want to get over to get off and you have a short span for somebody else that wants to get on. I always pray when I'm getting ready to exit because there's always somebody that's coming. And you know, when I get through, whatever that may be, I am so very grateful. But I got to give you now, and I don't know when it happened. But when I go to get off, there's never anything coming. I've been practicing an attitude of gratitude. And when you're practicing gratitude, you're giving thanksgiving for something, and before you know it, you are gifted with it before you even know you need it. And this is my experience because this is my story. But I'm sharing it with you because when I go to get off and when I go to merge on, there's nothing there. I always have room. And I'm always giving thank you, God. And I do it triple times. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. You know, I want to make sure that I got it in my DNA, that I'm grateful. And this gratitude just keeps opening up and allows more good to flow forth before I even know I need it. I live in a safe community. I'm grateful for that. I don't have to have ADT. I mean, it's good. When I enter my home in the winter, the heat's on, and I am so grateful for that. And when I go in the summer, I'm grateful for the AC. I mean, I take it down to the little things. It doesn't have to be a big things. I bless every meal I eat. So the food is a perfect ingestion, circulation, and elimination. I'm grateful. Don't forget, I'm 79. I'm grateful, okay? I'm grateful for financial and physical health. I'm claiming physical health. I don't care what rheumatologist is going to say. I'm grateful that when I fall in judgment, which is my Achilles heel, that I right away, I'm snapped out of it because I'm practicing a sense of gratitude. I mean, there but for the grace of I when I'm judging, so I got to step away from it. I don't want to carry that. I'm grateful my car runs when I start the button. I'm grateful I can fill up my tank regardless to what inflation. I don't pay attention to what they're talking about, inflation, recession. God's got my back. I know that when I go, I fill my tank up, and whatever it is, I put the card in, and when the bill comes, I pay it. I don't know where it comes from, but it's there, and I do it. That's what I'm practicing. And one of the things I'm really grateful for is I got a United States passport, so that wherever I go, whatever I'm doing, I am grateful that I am a citizen of these United States. I am not saying that everything is great. I am a woman of color, if you don't know, but I do know that I am grateful, no matter what our challenges are here, to be a citizen of this United States. How does gratitude, oh, I forgot, and my parents. I'm so glad my father left Alabama and my mother left Florida during the Great Migration, because I got to go to school in New York and not in a Southern school. So I am grateful for that, I'm telling you. So how does gratitude practice help me? It releases negative emotions by redirecting my focus from what is going wrong to what is going right. It trains my heart and mind to notice abundance instead of lack. And there is so much around us. I mean, the universe is full of it. It awakens my soul as I recognize divine source of the countless gifts in my life. Like I said, just the heat when I go in. If it's cold outside, it's nice to walk into a warm place. It offers a new perspective, a way of seeing the world with an awareness of the magnificent blessings that surround us every day. And I have a practice of consciousness of gratitude, and I see it all the time, and I am so grateful. It's also known to have physical benefits when you're practicing gratitude. It lowers the blood pressure and it promotes better sleep habits, and it says also promotes better relationships with people. The important thing is find your own spiritual practice of the presence and develop your consciousness of gratitude. There is so much to be grateful for in this world. I wake up, there are no bombs going off down the street. I don't have a water. I turn the faucet on, the water is there. I'm not worried about things happening that I have no control over out there. I mean, we live in a safe environment. This is our United States of America. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm not in Ukraine or in Sudan or somewhere in North Africa, or I'm not at the border trying to get in. There's a lot to be grateful for. So what do I suggest? Use a gratitude journal or use prayer beads. And you can use prayer beads. These are 33 prayer beads. Try going around 66 times, and for each bead, be grateful for something. That's work. That's work, because we don't think like that. But you know what? As I sit in my quiet time and I'm thankful for something on each bead, and I get halfway through and I have to dig deeper, and before you know it, I'm halfway around the second time, and I got to keep going deeper. But you know what? It helps me open up that gland, expand that consciousness, so that my gratitude is just the simplest thing that I feel grateful for. I go and I do Tai Chi at the Botanical Garden on Friday. If it's 45 degrees, I don't go, but anything over 45, I go. Do you know how wonderful it is to do stretching and slow moving and be in a state of meditation while you're under the blue sky and the trees in the air? I am so grateful, just grateful. I am coming to my end here, but I want to say you can use prompts. You can be grateful for 3 things. I think 3 is good: the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. So 3 things. You can be grateful for what you hear or smell or taste, family, friends, situations. There's a list. The list is endless of things that you can practice gratitude on. I have a couple of quotes about gratitude from some people that you may recognize. And I'll start with Deepak Chopra, what he has to say. Gratitude opens the door to the power, the wisdom, the creativity of the universe. Be happy for no reason, like a child. If you're happy for a reason, you're in trouble, because that reason can be taken away from you. Maya Angelou said, "The ship of my life may or may not be sailing on calm and amiable seas. The challenging days of my existence may or may not be bright and promising. Stormy or sunny days, glorious or lonely nights, I maintain an attitude of gratitude. If I insist on being pessimistic, there is always tomorrow. Today, I am blessed. Meister Eckhart says, if the only prayer you say in your life is thank you, that would suffice. Okay? Thich Nhat Hanh. With all I have experienced in my life, the power of gratitude stands above everything else. In your mindfulness practice, use gratitude until it becomes your way of life. I would say that when I'm living with gratitude, I am going through life holding God's hand. I say, when we open our hearts to gratitude, the light of grace always follows. This I know for sure. Epilogue to the story. Every book has a great epilogue, right? So I got an epilogue. The rheumatologist diagnosed me with something called polymyalgia rheumatica, or PMR. The Mount Vesuvius eruption was my immune system flooding my body with high levels of inflammation, resulting in joint stiffness and muscle pain. Muscle pain, I'm gonna tell you, it weakens you. It usually occurs in people over 70. Hence, there are no studies and there's no cure. Can last a year or more or just disappear on its own. The only effective treatment to manage the discomfort is steroids. Today, I am grateful for steroids, and I'm grateful to you for letting me tell my story. So let's have meditation. So for meditation, we're ready? Okay. So just get comfortable in your seat, relax, let your hands rest on your thighs, your feet on the floor. Close your eyes and just take a breath or two and just be grateful that we are here today celebrating the day in this magnificent sanctuary. And since this talk was on gratitude, go into that quiet space within your heart and your mind and think of 3 things, 3 situations, 3 people that you are grateful for. And just be still and feel that sense of gratitude. Let it wash over you.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I
Thank you so much, Ardell. That was awesome. Beautiful. So we have come to that portion of our show where we give thanks in a offertory. This is something that's important to me. Unity Renaissance is my spiritual food, my spiritual nourishment, and it comes through every single one of you. And so we give back. And there are many ways to give. We do have a basket at the end of the room. We don't, pass it around anymore. It's at the back of the room. You're welcome to put cash or check in that on your way out. We also, you can do it online at our website, unityrenaissance.org. We have an app, and then there's the Tithely app. But the easiest way is with your smartphone. Text GIVE. The first time you do it, you have to do that. But after that, you just put the amount in, and that's to the number
540-418-1228. Text now.
I love this part of the show. And so please join me in our offertory blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, back in good measure, it's given back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, could you give it up for Miss Claudia?
That I think I have a song for that. I think I do. And if you know the words, sing along with us. It's called I Claim a Blessing. Here we go. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Woo! Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start my day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health, love and laughter, friends and wealth. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. With conviction undeterred and the power of the spoken word, take my life and redefine, break the shackles of my mind. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Woo, yes. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I lift my hat to ground, knowing miracles are all around. Each day unfolds just like it should when I'm focusing on my good. Life is filled with opportunity. I wonder what good is coming for me today. Yeah, I claim a blessing. I claim it. Woo. I claim a blessing. Bring it on, yeah, come on. I claim a blessing. I believe it, gonna receive it. Come on now. Yeah, 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 yeah. I claim a blessing. Ooh, I claim a blessing.
Good morning. Test, yes? This one, or is this one on? Okay, we can hear this.
Great. Oh, oh. Oh, I like this one. Well, if you are new to Unity, if this is your first, second, or third time here, we would like to give you a gift. So if you'd please raise your hand and hold up the appropriate number of fingers. 1 for your first time, 2 for your second, 3 for your third. And keep your hand up. Keep it up because they have to find you. And inside the bag, there's a little card. If you would fill that out and take it into the bookstore after the service, we have another gift for you.
I don't think we've seen this many new people for a while, so
Yeah,
welcome.
raise your hands
and
again
thank
if you
Keep
didn't
them
get your
up.
bag.
Make sure you get your gift. We've got middle aisle here near the back and middle aisle here near the front.
We welcome you. We're so happy that you came. We hope you'll come back again and again. We just love making our group bigger. And so if we can go on to our announcements. Yes, today it's time for our meet and greet with the candidates for the Board of Trustees. We have 2 openings and 3 candidates. And the candidates are Zakowski, Mary Williams, and Christopher Naughton. Christopher, are you here today? I don't see him. Anyway, there will be a Q&A after the service here in the sanctuary, and we would love for you to come. The election is the last Sunday of the month on January 29th at our annual meeting, so it's a good idea to kind of get familiar and decide who you're going to vote for. If you're a member of the church, you have the ability to vote.
Awesome. And also that Sunday right after the service, we're going to have Soup Sunday. So there'll be a variety of fresh made soups available for you to purchase so that you can have lunch here, stay, and then attend the board meeting. And it will be on a love offering basis, and proceeds from that will be going for us to purchase reusable plates and bowls for the kitchen. So I love that because we are a green church and we've been recognized for that, and so we're always looking for ways to save the earth a little bit.
Awesome. Okay, so coming up this Wednesday, I'm starting my class. It's a 3-week class, Wednesday nights, through February, whatever that first one is, I forget. Anyway, this is unlocking your spiritual heart, the key to peace of mind and well-being. And this is an opportunity to get to really learn to use your intuition at the deepest level and find out just how spiritual your heart is. Now, this is not a book study. But I do have a recommended book, and that is Your Spiritual Heart by Reverend David MacArthur. He's a retired Unity minister and used to work for Heart Math, and I'm a Heart Math certified coach and trainer. And so I'll be doing this on Zoom only. You can sign up out in the on the wall. You can go to the website, or my favorite is the app to sign up, and it's $20 per session, or for the discount, sign up for $50 for all three. And I hope you will join us.
And then we have something new, actually, we're going to be starting today. And every Sunday after the service, we're going to have a member of our Board of Trustees available for you to speak with, ask questions, share ideas, etc. So our Board of Trustees member for today is Reverend Ann DeMichael. And so there she is. Ann, where can they locate you after? Right out in the narthex, right out here outside the sanctuary. So just look for her, and she's welcoming all of your questions. And also join us next Sunday for Tom Baker's talk, All Is Well.
Awesome.
Yeah. We love Tom. There he is.
And that is it for our announcements for today. So let's all stand and welcome our youth.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking. We are walking, walking. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking, walking. We are walking, walking. We are walking in the light of God.
So the children have brought us their blessings, their tithes. So we bless these offerings to go through the community, and thank you. Now, who wants to share? Oh my goodness. Is there a group share?
We're all sharing together. Yeah, and I have my paper.
Okay.
Go ahead. First. We all made a rock today, and this is what our rocks look like. Mine is green and silver.
And what are you supposed to do with the rocks?
They're pet rocks.
What do you do with a pet rock?
You use it as kind of like a collectible or like a decoration.
And you take care of it.
Yeah.
They take care of the pet rock. Because they're learning about caring.
I have two rocks. One is just green, and one has a beautiful tree on it. God take care of me. If you need help, ask anywhere. So I put like some colors everywhere on the side of the rocks. So I wanted to make it pretty so I could like make it as a decoration in my room. I have two things to share today. So I made like a little person right here. I don't know, I didn't make it of anybody, it's just a random person. And then I also made a rock, and mine's a tree.
Come on up, Gavin.
We learned about staying committed to our dreams.
Very good. Oh, thank you.
Okay, we'll get this down sooner or later. So it's time to do our prayer for protection. If you would stand and join me for that, please. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other